My listeners, I want to offer an apology if the quality of my voice is less than optimal for this episode. I'm currently engaged in field work in the Old Continent and will return soon to my studio. Welcome back, dear listener, to Chicago Airwaves Podcast Recording, colloquially known as Gothic FM. I ask you to think back to your days in high school, or if that is your present, to focus on it. Do you remember the friendships forged and the friendships annihilated in those years? To many it mimicked the greatest horror our pubescent minds could conjure. Social rejection, prom date denial, status sacrifice. Hatred is blind, so is love. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate, etched into a desk chair every Valentine's Day. Yet few of us, at least I hope the number is small, had to balance immature teenage minds with the Hex Sleep of the Hat Hag. Good evening, caller. Please state your full name in relation to the horror.
It's in the room with me.
Are you in danger?
It's leaving. It's gone. I don't know if it looked at me or my mother on the Polaroid. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
What are 5 things you can see?
I see a chair.
Very good. Just a few more.
I see my vinyl collection. I see my Polaroid camera. My picture wall. Black pen on my desk.
4 things you can touch.
My pillow. Desk chair. Bed frame and pajamas.
Are you safe?
Yes. I think so. It never does anything in my room. It never does anything to me. Not so far. I won't see it again for a while. A week, probably.
Can you describe what you observed?
The Hat Hag. It was the Hat Hag. I don't know if people outside of Crescent City have ever heard of it.
I do not count myself educated on the matter.
The Hex Sleep. Is that familiar?
No.
The Hex Sleep is when... Do you ever wake up in the middle of the night? You're sweating, you had a bad dream, and the feeling, dread, fear, lingers. You try to shake it, close your eyes, but it keeps haunting you.
I have, yes.
In my town, to some of us, when we open our eyes, we see the Hat Hag standing there. It has long white hair dripping down its formless face, eyes burning white in her silhouette of a body. Most people think it's just sleep paralysis. Her hunched over posture indicates you being tired or some other bullshit my school counselor told me, before the Hat Hag picked up the picture I have of the counselor in my room, and a week later he was dead, drowned in the same creek the group photo on my wall was taken. I still feel guilty.
But you are safe at the moment, correct?
Yes.
You will be safe for the rest of the night.
Yes.
Please, point us to the beginning. How did this start?
No one knows why the Hat Hag chooses who she does. Most people obviously do not believe in her. There are theories, of course. Things like she is drawn to people with a past similar to hers.
What does her past entail?
No one knows, but there are stories.
Naturally.
She came to me after the school summer camp in 2025. In my high school, for the first 2 weeks of summer, we all go back to Jebediah Smith Redwood State Park. The instructors scared us with stories about it. Their version of the story says back when Mexico owned California, she was a disgraced wise woman who moved to what is now NorCal to escape her pursuers.
But she met spirits from the other world who helped her hide. Or is it her pursuers that burned her as she cursed them, binding her soul to the land?
The second one. I never believed in these stories after I met her.
Good.
At the camp, I had a dream about her. It happened the night I found out my father was going to jail. I remember going to bed, the girls giggling my name, then my former best friend Cynthia whispering things related to jail and how in prison the inmates are going to...
It's all right. You do not have to share any detail you are not comfortable with.
I know fraud is wrong, but he's my dad, and he is a good guy. He just did something dumb.
Is that when the counselor talked to you?
He talked to me the next day, asked if I was okay. I told him about how my best friends abandoned me when my dad was arrested. They told me they can't spend time with the daughter of a criminal. How my crush stopped texting me, how I dreamt of the Hat Hag. I was in the girls' cabin. I woke up, or dreamed I woke up, at 3 a.m. when I heard singing. Amelia was singing in her sleep in German. She doesn't speak German. Nobody did in my school. I lifted my eyelids, and there she stood in her hunchback position over Amelia, her white fireballs of eyes fixated on me. She let her neck fall to the side like a puppy looking into your soul, her silhouette fingers picking invisible strings on Amelia's lips. Each footstep glided over the floorboards, still enforcing creaks and groans from the wooden planks. She did the same fingering over Olivia's mouth. She sang in Hindi. Olivia was from Honduras. The Hat Hag drifted to me. Before her hands could reach my mouth, I screamed, "Cynthia!" Everyone woke up. There was no Hat Hag. They just went back to sleep muttering, "Jailbird girl is as crazy as her dad." I ignored them.
But you could not ignore the Hat Hag thoughts.
No. When Cynthia, Amelia, and Olivia and me crossed the creek the day after, I saw her again. The Hat Hag was staring at Cynthia, wading through the 2 feet high water. The Hat Hag lilted through the water. Every time her foot abused into the water, I heard a waterfall. The others heard nothing. I asked Cynthia if she could see it. She ignored me. The Hat Hag stalked closer to us. I ran. The Hat Hag's flames for pupils stayed on Cynthia as Cynthia laughed at me. The Hat Hag laughed too, deep like thunder, loud like a shrieking pig. I did not know what to do about Cynthia. She couldn't see the Hat Hag, and every time I told her to get out of the water, she would just go slower. And the Hat Hag smiled, flesh-red teeth. It grabbed the back of her skull, guided her head into the water, slammed her skull onto a rock. The river flowed red in the baptism of blood. Everyone raced to the blood-covered spot we knew her body had to be. The Hat Hag smiled at me. Gone. The school went home later that day. The counselor suggested it better to have the kids heal at home than continue the summer camp, except the few of us that were there at the creek. He wanted to keep us an extra few hours to talk to us, make sure whatever school counselors do. Amelia suffered out of the makeshift therapist office and whispered I was next. He always wore wannabe Freud glasses. He asked me the normal things they ask you when you saw someone die in a tragic way. He was actually not horrible. Pretty good, looking back at it. He kept prodding when he saw I was hiding something. That's when I told him about the Hat Hag's visit. He said things about trauma and betrayal, my dad, and guilt. Didn't believe a single word I told him, not even when I explained how it killed her. Because we had to stay behind, the bus had left and our parents had to come and pick us up. I asked Olivia and Amelia if they saw the Hat Hag. I was so stupid. They just told me that I'm a schizo freak and that I should never talk to them again. The Hat Hag hid in the shadows of the redwoods, smiling her redwood death smile as I shook my head at her. Gone. Mom's Audi arrived. At home, I isolated myself, alone, in my room. I was angry at the world, at myself, at the Hat Hag, at my father, at my former friends. I was angry. But I did not have any idea how to deal with it. My mother was worried that she was losing her husband and her daughter. After tonight, I don't know if she is going to lose me or if I got her killed.
You are under great stress, Julia. Yet if you could spare me a moment, I might be aware of ways to relieve yourself of the Hat Hag.
I have already tried everything, Crowley. When the Hat Hag visited me again the first weekend back home, I did not say anything to her, just stared down the flaming eyes. It moved to my picture wall, to the camp picture we took a year before. Her finger burned away at a specific spot. She laughed. Sulfur smells polluted the room when she vanished. The picture had a small hole burned in it. The camp counselor's face gone. He died in the creek a week later. His wife said he got up out of bed one night, started the car, and never came home. It took a class of 8-year-olds stumbling onto a still bleeding corpse to find him.
I want you to breathe a moment. The picture of you and your mother. Have you seen whose face is burned away?
No, I'm not ready yet. I mean, it might not mean anything. I just think that's a way she tries to communicate sometimes. I cannot deal with that right now.
I understand. What do you need to be ready?
Just for someone to listen, to tell me I'm not a horrible person.
You have not yet said anything indicative of such characteristics.
Well, after his death, I figured I couldn't escape her. Maybe I could use her in some ways.
Did you use it to end a life?
No. Yes. I mean, I thought about it. I wanted to do it. Why did I want to do it? I try to be a good person. I didn't even say or do anything when Cynthia and Amelia and Olivia bullied me about my dad. But all I could think about is sending the Hat Hag after them. Why?
The mind is a hallway of mirrors, reflecting truths as false and fiction as fact.
What?
What did you do next?
It came to my room the night of the murder, blood drops dripping down her front teeth. She whispered strange sounds, almost like, "Mom, Olivia, Dad, Emilia." It crawled the walls and the ceiling to my bed, unmasked the sheets from my face as she spit purple blood dots onto my bed. "You?" I screamed. "No one." She screamed. "You hate who?" I screamed. "Her. I hate her." She cackled. "Olivia, Mom, Dad, Emilia." I shrieked, "Hat Hag." She broke my cheeks with knife-like fingers, pierced into my mouth, and touched her nails together, her eyes cloning mine in color and size, her face mirroring my smiling dimples, and her hair breaking into my black color. She played my mouth like a puppet, my vocal cords like a dog whistle. "Me," she forced me to say. "Me." She did it again. "Me, me, 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 me."
Do you suffer panic attacks often?
Yes,
Do you understand you are suffering from one right now?
I think so.
What are 3 things you can hear right now?
I can hear cars driving outside.
Very good. What else?
I hear my mother snoring in the next room. And I hear the AC.
2 things you can smell.
I smell the flowers Mom planted outside my room and sulfur.
Better.
Yes. When she impersonated my jaw with her fingers, I caved and said, "I hate everyone who made me feel worthless." She was gone. I arrived at the creek just in time to see a procession of people with bagged heads half hacked off their stumps in black blood, hands tied in unseen ropes. Emilia first trudged into the creek and fell where Cynthia died. Next, Olivia. They all sang murmurs of, "Sorry, Julia." The men I did not recognize in suits humming notes low, and the girls from my high school singing high. Olivia was there too, as well as a man dressed in a judge's robe. I screamed at the Hat Hag at the front of the procession to stop.
To hate and to wish harm are very different.
It doesn't matter, though. They all walked into the creek, fell to their knees, and had the Hat Hag guide their heads beneath the water. I tried to stop her, really, I did. I ran to her, tried to force her hands away from them, but she just grabbed me and forced me to drag Olivia down by her hair as her head tumbled from the last pieces of skin clinging to her body. The Hat Hag clutched my head and plunged me into the blood, bleeding water. I couldn't breathe. I just saw the red all around me, cackling, crashing through the water, the murmurs flowing through the water into my ears, scraping my mind.
Julia, you are having another panic attack.
No shit.
We need to ground you. What is one thing you can taste right here, right now, in your room?
Blood. The same blood from that day. Fuck, the Hat Hag. She's back in my room, and in her hand is... Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. I have got to go.
Julia, listen carefully. Julia. Please, Julia. Please pick up. Julia, are you all right? thank you, listeners, for spending your commute, your evening, or your day with us. I could not establish contact with Julia, but found her mother's details. We as of yet do not know where Julia is, but hope remains to find her. If you or your loved ones see a Hat Hag or a Hat Man in your room at night, please contact Gothic FM immediately for help. Until our next social call, search the dark corners of your life. Who knows what might be lurking out of sight.